Investigation by the FBI and the IRS into the lucrative but dangerous prostitution racket in Las Vegas has yet to produce indictments, but the end may be drawing near.
And what's unusual about this probe is that a main target is a former vice cop who gained a national reputation for busting notorious pimps. The I-Team first broke the story last year, and tonight George Knapp has an exclusive update.
So I would tell people, to wake up.
Back when he was a star vice detective, Chris Baughman characterized himself as one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, ready to unleash malevolent fury on Las Vegas pimps. Hyperbole aside, Baughman's team succeeded in bagging a rogues gallery of violent Mac Daddy types, men who tortured and terrorized the women under their control.
Very, very violent individual, very abusive.
Baughman's face became a fixture on newscasts and front pages. In 2 books he authored, Baughman credited the victims, frightened and vulnerable working girls whose trust and testimony were crucial in putting their pimps behind bars. "I am here placed by God," Baughman wrote, like a figure from Greek mythology, to protect every daughter. But federal investigators and others now suspect Baughman crossed way over the line.
It's safe to say that during the course of our discussions that Chris Baughman's name came up.
Attorney Michael Cristalli learned about Baughman's alleged indiscretions while representing Outcall owner and former nightclub promoter Arman Izzati, who was targeted by Metro Vice and the IRS. Izzati was arrested by Baughman in 2013, 5 months after a woman accused him of beating and torturing her and forcing her to work as a prostitute. He spent 20 months in jail awaiting trial and faced life in prison if convicted. After his lawyers raised pointed questions about Baughman and the evidence in the case, 19 of the most serious charges were dropped.
So you have to ask yourself, what would cause a prosecution to fall apart in that respect if they really truly believed the alleged victim's allegations?
Izzati and his legal team think Baughman had sexual relations with the women who agreed to testify in the case, which is viewed as a serious breach by a police officer. Metro Police reached the same conclusion. When Baughman left the force for a TV show, then tried to return, he admitted to Metro having relationships with numerous prostitutes in high-profile cases that he worked, according to police sources. Metro has since complied with information requests from FBI agents who were investigating Baughman. The I-Team has learned that federal agents interviewed Baughman's former co-workers at Vice and have reviewed his books to look for clues. A major concern is what might happen to other convictions. One man targeted by Baughman is a convicted panderer named Daryl Kramer, who told us by phone that Baughman seduced a woman who worked for Kramer and testified against him. Kramer says Baughman then introduced that woman to a rival Outcall operator named Molly Mall, whose home was raided by the FBI's public corruption team in 2014. Baughman's friendship with Molly Mall is what first alerted Metro that Baughman might have stepped over the line. 2 other high-profile targets of Baughman's team, Anthony Smith, the focus of Baughman's first book, and Ocean Fleming, have also reportedly raised the question of whether Baughman slept with witnesses in their cases. As for Arman Izzati,
I just want to tell my story, George.
Izzati is not waiting for the FBI and IRS to act. He recently filed a civil rights complaint with the FBI and was questioned by agents about Baughman for 2 hours. Izzati also filed an internal affairs complaint with Metro, alleging that Baughman and other Vice officers manufactured evidence in his case.
If the truth can finally come out that this guy set me up, that he can get some justice.
Law enforcement sources say federal investigators have looked at other officers who worked with Baughman to see if they may have committed offenses. 2 years after the probe began, no charges have been filed against Baughman or anyone else, and the FBI told us it cannot comment. George Knapp, 8 News Now.